think a main motivation for this came from my work as an ambulance car driver, where I saw many people dying, and I realized that people can't die. I mean, they are just. I saw immense suffering and immense. I didn't see any peaceful death. I read about peaceful death in books, but this is not how people actually die. They die screaming and full of fears, and it's just horrible, and it's nightmares. And so I remember especially I went once to a case where a young guy who was the same age as me was stabbed down with a knife, and so he was lying there in his blood and screaming, and he was dying, and before I was working on a farm, so I thought I went to the slaughterhouse and I saw pigs dying, and I thought, he's dying like these pigs. There's no difference. But something in me knew it's not necessary to die like this. No, it's just not necessary. It's a mistake. And and so my practices and my life as a monk is a preparation for my death. Not only for me to have a good death, but also to reach a level of practice where I can help other people to die.
The thing is that they always say you can die at any time, you know. And as a nurse, I've nursed people my own age who are dying of cancer under terrible conditions, with terrible suffering, and their whole body has changed to what they usually recognize it as. And I look at them and I think, gosh, that could be me. That could really be me. But I think now what's important is that every moment is an opportunity if you're still alive. I think that's the point, that every moment is so precious, and we don't know how many moments we have left. So let's try to do the best we can with each moment. And it makes life much more pleasant and so much more meaningful. And that's the other thing about people who are dying. Then they start to focus on, was their life meaningful? And it's important to focus on that now, while we have time to do something about it, rather than wait until we've only got 2 weeks left and we don't have any time to do all the things we really wanted to do. So that's why I guess I'm more motivated now. I want things to stay the way they are. And they can never be that way because they never are that way. So that reality really hit me. I think if people die with a really happy frame of mind, that they have more chance of going to a better rebirth, not going into the lower realms, because it would be so easy to die with fear, and then I'm sure that wouldn't be a very good migration, because you look at the animal realm and it's all about fear. All the animals are in fear, so that's very easy for me to believe in the animal realm, and being born in the animal realm, because if people die in fear, that's probably where they're going to go. I was with a man who was a fisherman, and you could just see that he had visions like the Lama say of all the animals that he had killed. And his eyes are going all over the place, and he was terrified. The other thing is I tried to get people to generate some kind of love in their heart, you know, love and appreciate for their family. You know, sometimes they don't feel good about themselves. They feel that they've not done nothing good in their lives. And I say, well, you raised children, you raised a family. You've done a good job with this, you know. They should rejoice in what they have done, what they've done that's good in their life. Focus on that. That's the important thing before they die, is focus on the good things. And if they have regrets, then they see those regrets as positive, as something that they've learned in this life. and even rejoice that they've learned that instead of feeling guilty and, oh, I'm a failure. They should stay positive. There was a man from Burma, and he had a wife and 2 daughters, and he was looked after by a hospice service in the city, and Amitabha was called in because we're the only service that's Buddhist. So he took his bed, a mattress, and put it in his shrine room in the house. And he put his head towards his shrine, and he told his wife, I don't want much fuss over me. Leave me alone. I've got to concentrate now because I'm going to die. And all the public services who were looking after him never had seen this before, because usually people are so scared and they need so many drugs, especially mental drugs, to calm people down because they're terrified. But he didn't need anything. And all the other workers were so surprised. He doesn't need any drugs. He's so calm. And everybody who came into the house felt so peaceful, so unique, so unbelievable. And his wife and his daughters looked after him, and it was like he was in his last retreat before he died. And he was just a model for everyone who came into the house. Everyone spoke so highly of him and had never seen anything so peaceful before.